Yep. You already know who it is, man. It's King Ade with the Wizards Review. And man, two losses in a row, back to back losses. You know what I mean? Really, I wasn't even aware until earlier today that we even had a game. You know what I'm saying? But I made sure I was there to watch to make sure what was going on. And honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. After last night's game, knowing that we had a back-to-back against the Bucks, the second night against the Bucks, one of the best teams in the East, I really didn't have high hopes for this game. You know what I mean? Honestly, I thought we were going to get blown out. I'm not even going to lie, y'all. I'm not even going to lie. Especially after the fact that the Bucks lost last night to the Sixers after having a 16-game winning streak snap. You know what I mean? I thought we had no chance. I thought that we weren't even going to be close. This game was going to be like blown open early. That's what I mean. That's how I came into the game. You know what I mean? Not expecting much, but to some delight, I really was happy with the way the Wizards played tonight. And honestly, if they played the way they played tonight last night, they would have won last night's game. You know what I'm saying? The Raptors are not the Bucks. The Bucks is on a whole nother level. So you got to be on your A plus game when you're playing the Bucks. And I thought we were maybe like on a B minus game tonight. We played very well stretches of the game, but when it really counted in the fourth quarter towards the end of the game, we just did things that Wizards usually do. Lose focus, turn the ball over, make bad passes. The usual. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I thought that there were a lot of good things that occurred throughout the game. You know what I'm saying? And if we could carry some of these lessons, some of the good things, a lot of the good things forward, and minimize some of the bad things that occurred tonight, we might be in a good spot to, close out the year. You know what I'm saying? Because we really need some wins, man. 2 losses in a row, key time in the year. It's tough to get losses. You know what I'm saying? Now, losing to the Bucks, you know what I mean? That's kind of understandable. But when you lose games like how we lost to the Raptors yesterday because we turned the ball over way too much. That's the only reason we lost yesterday's game. There's too many games this season where we've been close to winning or games that we should have won and we ended up losing. And I'm afraid that when the standings is all said and done, a lot of those losses that we should have won is going to come back to bite us, and it's not going to be in our favor in regards to playoff seeding and play-in seeding, whatever. Because I think we're gonna be a play-in team, not a playoff team, top 6 seed. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully we could still get to the 7th or 8th seed and have at least one home game. You know what I mean? Well, yeah, one home game in the play-in. Well, the home game in the play-in. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, since we lost the game, you know what I'm saying, I'm going to start with the things that I liked. And again, they were good. This list is kind of long. We could have won this game, you know what I'm saying? So to start, man, I thought, early in the game, I thought that we had some good ball movement. And at times throughout the game, I thought we had some good ball movement. But then there were times in the fourth quarter where I felt that we were stagnant. Our offense forgot what to do at times, you know what I'm saying? And it cost us. And like turnovers, you know what I mean? Bad shots, not executing, you know what I mean? We could have really, really pulled away in the fourth. We had the lead briefly, but we just do dumb things. And again, I think part of it is a lack of having a point guard a true point guard on the floor. Not to say DeLon Wright didn't play well, because he played well tonight. Jordan Goodwin played well tonight, you know what I'm saying? But believe it or not, I think we're missing Monte Morris more than a lot of people would like to realize. You know what I'm saying? To be able to set up, open shots, get assists and stuff like that, we definitely could have used another ball handler. You know what I mean? So I did think we moved the ball pretty well overall, though, man. Also, I did love the fact that we pushed the pace tonight. You know what I mean? Denny getting rebounds off the board, pushing the pace. You know what I'm saying? DeLon Wright pushing the pace. Bradley Beal at times pushing the pace. You know what I mean? So even Corey Kispert a little bit pushed the pace. Just, you know what I mean? Everybody pushing the pace, getting the ball down the court quickly tonight. You know what I mean? Played with a sense of urgency. I felt that energy was a little bit higher, especially early in the game compared to yesterday. And I think part of it was just because of how we played yesterday. We played like we had something to prove, and we played like we really wanted to get the win. Unfortunately, again, just fourth quarter execution and key moments of the game is what kills us a lot of times, and it came back and kills us again tonight. You know what I mean? I thought Porzingis again, man, played very well, especially in the first quarter. Had one of those big first quarters. Ended the ended the first quarter with 18 points and 4 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? He was getting to the basket, not settling for threes tonight. You know what I mean? Definitely getting to the line. Excuse me, y'all. He ended the game with 24 points, 14 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 blocks, a plus 13 on the floor. He was 11 for 29 from the field, so that's not too good. But I like the fact that him and Bill really took the most shots tonight. You know what I mean? Bill had 32 shot attempts. Porzingis had 29 shot attempts. You know what I'm saying? So those two without Kuzma tonight. Kuzma didn't play tonight. So those two should have been having the most shots, and they did take the most shots. Porzingis was a plus 13 on the floor tonight, but he was 1 for 8 from the three-point line. But again, he took 29 shots. So for him to only shoot 8 threes, there's times where he shot plus more than 10 threes and didn't have 20 shot attempts for the game. So I could live with him attempting 8 threes, but he only made 1. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if we could have got him in the post a little bit more, if he, instead of taking 8 threes, attempted 5 threes, and the other 3 possessions could have been shots closer to the basket, that may have been able to help us out. You know what I mean? But he did have a monster game, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 9 rebounds on our defensive end, 5 rebounds on our offensive end. And he played with a little more physicality than we're used to seeing him play with tonight, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Again, if he could play like this moving forward with the energy, focusing on trying to get to the paint, drawing fouls, scoring in the post, you know what I'm saying? And then shooting the occasional 3 here and there, you know what I'm saying? But, and then also, he played well on the defensive end as well, man. You know, he had a matchup with Brook Lopez. He threw a few shots tonight. He ended with 2 blocks. It felt like he had more blocks, but he definitely was in the way of a lot more shots. You know what I mean? So I thought that he played very well on both ends of the floor. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely like the way that Porzingis played tonight for sure. You know what I'm saying? I also like the way Bradley Beal played tonight for the most part. You know what I mean? Although he was a minus 11 on the plus minus tonight, I thought that, in the first half, I thought that he wasn't as effective as he needed to be, really in the first quarter, because towards the end of the second quarter, he really stepped it up, and he ended up with, I think, 14 points to end the first half. You know what I mean? But I felt that I've always felt like this with Bradley Beal. He could put up points and stuff like that, but it's the impact, and I just felt that he didn't have an impact. He did, again, towards the end of the second quarter. I'm not going to front on him like that. You know what I'm saying? But you would want him to have even bigger impact, him being that superstar player. But to his credit, in the fourth quarter, he really, really stepped up, and he really put the team on his back. And if he could have got a few more good possessions, we might have been able to get the win. You know what I'm saying? But I did think that he played well overall tonight. He only had 2 assists. I thought he had more, but, you know, he kept the ball moving. 33 points, 9 rebounds. He definitely was effective on the board tonight from the 2-guard position, so I definitely like that. A couple of assists, even got a steal. You know what I'm saying? I only turned the ball over twice tonight. You know what I mean? So, and I recall one of those bad passes again in the fourth quarter. And, you know, again, man, I'm not even going to blame Bradley Beal, but sometimes, like I just said, he only had 2 turnovers. But that one turnover, just a bad pass that, you know, he tried to pass and then went on to the other side of the court in the fourth quarter. I kind of remember it. Well, I remember it vividly, as a matter of fact, because that was the turnover where I felt the momentum shifted and we really eventually lost the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had momentum in the fourth. We were doing our thing. But it's not him, you know what I'm saying? Not just Bill, you know what I'm saying? The team as a whole did some dumb things, but I just felt that pass. I recall that turnover vividly because, again, that's when I was like, man, we're going to lose this game. You know what I mean? So, but overall, I thought he played a very good game. Very aggressive in the fourth quarter. And if he could play like that, bring that type of energy early in the game as well as late in the game, we would be in better shape, you know what I'm saying? But at least he showed up to the party when we really needed him to show up. I like the fact that we got back tonight. You know what I mean? Giannis, from a points perspective, wasn't as dominant as he could be. He scored way below his scoring average. He averages 31 a game, but tonight he scored 23. But he did other things. He had a triple double tonight. I mean, he's unstoppable. Like if you stop him one way, he's gonna hit you with the other way, and then another way. He had 23 points, 13 assists, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks, plus 15 on the floor with only 3 turnovers. I mean, although we stopped him from scoring and getting to the basket as much as he usually does, he did a lot of other things. And then even in the fourth quarter, when he really needed to score, he really scored. And see, that's what I'm talking about. Again, Bradley Beal scored more points than him tonight. And Bradley Beal had a great game tonight overall. But you could just feel Giannis's impact more. Although he's 6'10", 6'11", he's taller than Bill, very athletic. He can rebound, block shots. He can do a lot of things. But it's just about that superstar. This is the player that's going to lead your team to that championship. And as much as I like Bradley Beal's game at times, he's just not on the same level as Giannis. Again, this is like, from a coach's perspective, you kind of are satisfied with how we played Giannis tonight. You know what I mean? He only attempted 12 shots, 6 for 12 from the field, but he did attempt 15 free throws. Again, I can't even be mad at the Wizards because really there's nobody that could guard him. Not just on our team, but in the league in general. You know what I'm saying? So for him to get 15 free throw attempts, very disheartening, can be very discouraging, but we kept fighting. We didn't let nothing was easy for him tonight. He had a lot of bruises and scratches on him. You could see it on the telecast, you know what I mean? So we did play him physically. We played him tough. And tonight, really, this was one of our more physical games that, in my opinion, that the Wizards have played. Just being physical, you know what I mean? Hitting the floor, fighting for rebounds, boxing out, not getting pumped, you know what I mean? So I was proud of him from that perspective, you know what I'm saying? But, we did some good things to try to slow Giannis down, but he found other ways to beat us, you know what I'm saying? But I did like some of our game plan tonight at times, you know what I'm saying? Also, Gil got in the game, gave us some solid minutes. He didn't score too much, I don't think. He ended up with just 2 points, but he had 6 rebounds, 1 assist, and he played Giannis really tough, you know what I mean? He played Giannis really tough tonight. So Gil, the ultimate professional that he is, gave us some good minutes off the bench. So I definitely like that. I also thought that Jordan Goodwin came in, gave us some good minutes tonight, especially from rebounding from the point guard position, man. He ended the game with 7 rebounds. He had 3 points, 4 assists, only 1 turnover, -5 on the floor. But I thought that he gave us some good minutes. The only thing that I would, want to nitpick about, he was 1 for 7 from the floor tonight. And I just thought that there were times where he got some good rebounds, but he tried to go up with it himself, try to make the play, make the point. You know what I'm saying? And I could understand the adrenaline. He's just doing what he usually does, playing basketball and trying to make the right play. But I just felt that he could have kicked the ball out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? And understand his role, and his role's not really to score like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one thing if he's wide open under the rim. But when you get an offensive rebound and there's other people fighting from the other opposing team, it's best you get the ball out, reset the offense, and run it over again. Because, again, the Bucks are a big team. You know what I mean? But, again, I don't want to come for Jordan Goodwin's neck because overall I thought that he played very good minutes off the bench for us. Got his hands on balls. Again, rebounded very, very well from the point guard position. Got a few assists as well. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he played well. I liked Denny tonight again, playing, being a star in his role, doing the dirty work. But he also added points tonight. He played very good defense, very good offense. Was effective on both ends of the floor tonight. Ended the game with 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 steals, 2 turnovers, a minus 11 on the floor. But I don't think that he's the reason we lost the game. You know what I'm saying? Uh, he even hit some threes, 2 for 4 from the 3 point line, 5 for 10 from the field. So overall, 50% from the field, and made all 5 of his free throws tonight. So a very good all around game from Denny tonight. You know what I'm saying? And just getting more and more comfortable in this role. I just like his development, man. He's really has improved his game tremendously from when he first got in the league, and now he's more consistent. Now you can start to say we're going to get 6, 7 rebounds from Denny every night. Might not get the points. Sometimes he might get in double figures. Sometimes he might not. But I'm very confident that he'll give us at least 5 rebounds a game if he plays a whole game. You know what I'm saying? And he's going to play some good defense, get some assists, push the ball. You know what I'm saying? So I just want him to continue to keep getting better, man, because he's a big piece to what we're trying to do. You know what I mean? I thought the team as a whole rebounded very well tonight, especially on the offensive rebounding end of things. We ended with 20 offensive rebounds to the Bucks' 8 offensive rebounds. We ended with 56 total rebounds. The Bucks ended with 46 total rebounds. So we dominated the rebounds in general and the offensive rebounds specifically. You know what I'm saying? Overall, I just felt, again, this team was much more physical tonight than in games past. And if they could have been this physical, like more often, more consistently, you know what I'm saying, we would win more games. You know what I mean? So hopefully they can learn something from this and understand that we need to play with this physicality every single night. You know what I'm saying? But it was very clear to me that we were rebounding the ball very well tonight. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the offensive end, getting second chance points. And again, a lot of this we could have got the win, but fourth quarter when we really need to key in and focus, that's the time where we do the opposite. You know what I'm saying? So, but I did love the fact that we rebounded well and played some physical, on both ends of the floor, defense and offensively on the rebounds. We also forced turnovers tonight. We ended the game with how many turnovers? We only had 9 turnovers tonight. The Bucks had ended with how many? 12 turnovers tonight. You know what I mean? So, not both teams didn't turn the ball over terribly tonight. You know what I'm saying? And they won by 6 points. They had 3 more turnovers. I mean, we forced 3 more turnovers. So again, we played so well in key stretches, key numbers, rebounding, forcing turnovers, not turning the ball over, hitting free throws, hitting the 3. You know what I mean? We didn't hit the 3 tonight. We were 25% from the 3-point line. So that's the thing I didn't like. But we were 91% from the free throw line. 11 for 12. Now the Bucks had 22 free throw attempts, so they got 10 more free throw attempts than we got. A lot of that due to Giannis, you know what I'm saying? But we only missed 1 free throw, so I definitely like that. But we were just terrible from the 3-point line as a team. 8 for 31 is unacceptable. We lost by 6 points, and we missed 23 3-pointers. You know what I'm saying? So, again, maybe a couple of those 3-point attempts by Porzingis. Maybe, Beal had attempted 5 threes, made none of them. You know what I mean? So, maybe if we would have cut down on the threes a little bit, made them into 2s, because we were very effective in the paint. We were very effective shooting close to the basket tonight. You know what I mean? So, we could nitpick. Everybody has 2020. Hindsight is always 20/20. You know what I'm saying? But I just thought that there was just times where we could have definitely got better shots. You know what I'm saying? I also like the way DeLon Wright played tonight. Again, backing up, starting for Monte Morris. Gave us some good minutes again tonight. 10 points, 5 assists, 2 rebounds, 2 steals, only 1 turnover. Not forcing anything, 4 for 8 from the field. I mean, just a solid game. You know what I mean? That, as a starter is good. Those numbers would be even better coming off the bench. And, Monte Morris giving us similar numbers. You know what I'm saying? So, but I just like what DeLon Wright's giving us. And I'm just hoping that we keep DeLon Wright, even after this season, because he deserves to be on a team, deserves to have a home. And I just think that he found his place with us in Washington. You know what I mean? So I liked what I saw from him. Kispert again, just being consistent from the three-point line again tonight. 3 for 7 from the three-point line, 4 for 8 from the field. Added 3 rebounds, 2 assists, 11 points total, -6 on the floor. You know what I'm saying? But again, I just thought that Kispert just played smart, didn't try to do too much. Made some threes. Now, he did miss some threes that we could have used tonight. You know what I'm saying? Wide open threes, momentum shifting threes. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I just like the way Kispert is also developing and playing with much more confidence and playing like he's supposed to be out there. You know what I mean? I already mentioned Bradley Beal. You know what I'm saying? Got hot in the second quarter. That's when he started to get hot. And then got hot again in the fourth quarter. And I love the fact that he tried to attack the basket. Didn't settle for the most part. And, put pressure on on the Bucks defense. Made some tough shots, made some big shots, especially in the fourth quarter. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough for us to get the win. But I thought that overall he played a good game tonight. I thought that we went into halftime in down double figures, started the third quarter, and I thought we started the third quarter well, cut the lead to single digits quite quickly, and really got close, and eventually took the lead as the second half went on. You know what I'm saying? But we just couldn't focus, just couldn't stay, just do things that the Wizards do. You know what I mean? You know that they're going to turn the ball over at an inopportune time, things of that nature, and they did that tonight. But as when we started to take the lead, I never was like we're going to beat the Bucks. They're just a better team. You know what I'm saying? They're just a better team. But they're not as good as I thought. They didn't play as well as I thought they were going to play against us tonight. And we had a chance to win. You know what I'm saying? But I never felt that even when we took the lead in the second half that we were going to be able to keep the lead and get the win. I just had a feeling that we weren't going to do it. And unfortunately, I was correct. We minimized turnovers. I already mentioned that. Only 9 turnovers tonight. So that's very good. Again, if we could have played like this last night against the Raptors and turned the ball over only 9 times, we would have won the game. So for them to come out, at least they had paid more attention to detail, was more crisp running their offense. But they have to play more crisp when you're playing a better team. So you can't play down to the competition. Maybe they thought that, first of all, we know that the Raptors they're number 1 in steals, and they play that type of defense, junk it up, and force turnovers. So we understand all that. You know what I'm saying? The Bucks aren't as defensively strong on the perimeter as the Raptors are. You know what I mean? But the Bucks do have Brook Lopez at the center, and then Giannis at the 4 that is very athletic, and that's really where their defense gets tough when you try to score at the paint. You know what I'm saying? That's where their defense gets tough. But one of the reasons Bradley Beal went off tonight is because nobody on that perimeter could guard him. I mean, Carter was the best defender on him, and he got into foul trouble. And once he got out the game in the fourth, Bradley Beal took full advantage. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that we didn't turn the ball over as much as we did last night. And then we dominated in the paint, points in the paint as well. You know what I'm saying? Definitely that was really that's really the way we play best. When we inside out, try to score inside and then kick it out when it's opposing team collapses. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, we didn't shoot the 3 ball well. If we could have shot it a little better, we would have won the game tonight as well. You know what I'm saying? We had a lot of good open shots. We just weren't hitting threes. You know what I'm saying? But I did love the fact that we dominated the points in the paint tonight. And that's our bread and butter. You know what I'm saying? But that's everything that I liked. It was a very long list for a losing effort. You know what I'm saying? But we just didn't get the win. You know what I'm saying? Again, I really think it just came down to our fourth quarter execution towards the end of the game. And then, lapses early in the game and us having to claw back into the game to eventually tie it and take the lead. But we weren't as consistent as we needed to be in the first half. You know what I'm saying? So with that said, I'm going to talk about the things that I disliked about tonight's game. And early, man, the Bucks, man, they were just hitting way too many threes tonight, man. It seemed like the first quarter and the fourth quarter especially, they were just hitting three after three after three, like soul-crushing threes. You know what I'm saying? They ended the game as a team shooting 22 for 49 from the three-point line, so that's almost 45%. Very good from the three-point line. A lot of their starters, 3 for 6, Lopez. 3 for 5, Holiday. 4 for 7, Grayson Allen. 2 for 6, Bobby Portis. 7 for 13, Carter. You know what I'm saying? 4 for 8, Ingles. I mean, they were hitting threes from all over. And the way that the Bucks are constructed, again, man, and that's why as we shut Giannis down from a scoring perspective. But all he got to do is get his, once he's shut down in the paint, get the ball to open shooters. And there's a lot of shooters on the Bucks, and they were just hitting crazy tonight. You know what I mean? And they really killed us. We tried to double them. There was even a time where we triple-teamed Giannis and left Joe Ingles open for a wide-open three. You know what I mean? So let's pick your poison with the Bucks. I think part of it was the last time we played the Bucks, Giannis dropped 55 on us, and Wes Unseld was like, we're not going to allow him to drop 55 on us. If the rest of the team beats us, then so be it. I think that's what the game plan was tonight. Unfortunately, that can't work either because we're not a good three-point defense. You know what I'm saying? So we don't guard the three well. We decided that we're going to focus on Giannis tonight and really leave the three-point line open, and it killed us tonight. You know what I'm saying? But just pick your poison. I mean, I don't want Giannis going for 55 again as well. You know what I mean? So I don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? I can't blame the team. We don't have the personnel. Nobody really got the personnel to guard Giannis Antetokounmpo. Maybe Philly with Joel Embiid. You know what I'm saying? But he's hard to guard, and he really made it hard for us tonight. And we allowed the Bucks to shoot very well from the three-point line. Brook Lopez really gave us some problems, especially early in the game. He hit a couple of big threes. He ended in hitting 3 for 6 from the three-point line, 6 for 14 from the field. So eventually we got some contain on him, but he did have 6 rebounds, added an assist and 3 blocks, and he was a presence in the paint, no doubt about it. It was a very good battle between Porzingis and Brook Lopez tonight. You know what I'm saying? 2 7-footers that could shoot the three-point shot, but tonight they were trying to score in the post as well. I think overall, Porzingis got the better of Brook Lopez, but it really wasn't enough because ultimately the Bucks got the win. You know what I'm saying? Giannis, I mean, I already said what I needed to say about him. You know what I mean? Just hard to stop, very efficient game tonight. 6 for 12, 50% from the field. Did not attempt a three-point shot. 11 for 15 from the free throw line. You know what I'm saying? Just getting to the rim. When we closed out on him, he got it to the open man. They hit the three. Got rebounds as well. You know what I mean? What else can you say? He is, in my opinion, he's the best player in the league. You know what I'm saying? So, again, we had a good effort on him tonight, but he still did the things that Giannis does. And that's the difference between an MVP versus a one-time All-NBA player. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference. There's levels to this. You know what I'm saying? And Giannis is just on a whole different level. The Bucks had a 7-0 run in the first quarter. They had a few runs throughout the game that I didn't like. Holiday started hitting some big shots. He started to get hot in the third quarter. He ended the game with 19 points, 7 assists, only 1 turnover, added a rebound to that. You know what I mean? So very good game from Jrue Holiday, as well as playing good defense and just being a great professional that he is. You know what I'm saying? Connaughton hit some big threes in the first half. I think we quieted him down in the second half because I don't recall him doing that much in the second half. But he did end up with 8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, a +8 on the floor. You know what I mean? So he still gave him some good minutes. But I think we really shut him down in the second half because I don't recall him doing anything. Ingles, I already mentioned his numbers as well. He hit too many threes as well. Hit some big threes for the Bucks tonight. So that definitely didn't like that. The Bucks went up double digits in the first quarter, and that's when I thought that it was going to get ugly. But to the Wizards' credit, they never gave up. They didn't back down. They kept fighting, and they even took the lead at times. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, they just couldn't get the win. They just could not get the win. Carter, I think Carter was the backbreaker tonight, man. You know what I'm saying? It's arguable. You could have said he was the player of the game for the Bucks tonight, man. He came off the bench, hit 6 threes off the bench, gave him 20 points, added 2 rebounds. You know what I'm saying? But the threes he was hitting were just big threes. When our momentum was getting up, he would hit a 3, and it would just shut our momentum down, man. So he definitely gave him some good minutes, and I definitely didn't like that. You know what I mean? The Bucks even went up 15 points in the second quarter, but we stormed back, and you know what I mean? Like I said, eventually tied the game up, took the lead for a brief moment before eventually losing the game. Although Porzingis scored 18 points in the first quarter, he ended the game with 24 points. You know what I'm saying? He did not score in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like. When Porzingis scores 18 in the first quarter, Porzingis should have at least 30 for the game. Like, that's just how I think. There's no way that somebody can score 18 points in a quarter and then only score 6 points the rest of the way. That makes no sense to me. You know what I mean? So, again, the coach got to make it more of a priority to get Porzingis the ball when he starts hot like that. You know what I'm saying? We've been saying that as Wizards fans for the last couple of seasons, and it's still continuing now. It's like, come on. Why is he not scoring 30, 35 a game after starting the first quarter with 18? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely didn't like the fact that we went away from Porzingis. Now, we did give him the ball. He missed shots, too. So I don't want to just act like he didn't get attempts. You know what I'm saying? But he still should score more than 24 points for the game when he started with 18 in the first quarter. You know what I mean? We didn't shoot the three-point ball well at all. I already mentioned that tonight. You know what I'm saying? 8 for 31, a little bit over 25%. So not very good at all. We let Bobby Portis get hot in the third quarter, hit some big shots for them. He ended the game with only 5 points off the bench, but it felt like those 2 shots he hit in the third quarter were really big. You know what I'm saying? Momentum shifting type shots. You know what I mean? So definitely didn't like that. Grayson Allen hit some big threes in the fourth quarter. Again, the Bucks had so many players hitting threes, and Giannis didn't even attempt one. You know what I'm saying? So very hard to guard, a very tough team to match up with. You know what I'm saying? And then finally, fourth quarter, I already mentioned this multiple times, but we fell apart, man. We just fell apart when we really needed to be focused. And that's just some of the things that the Wizards do, man. They just got to get better at staying focused and getting the win and playing the best basketball they can play when it really matters the most, which is in the fourth quarter in a close game. You know what I mean? So, man, that's really all I got for y'all tonight, man. Disappointing loss, but I did like the effort, especially after the terrible loss from last night. They came back with a focus and trying to get the win, but unfortunately, we just couldn't get over the hump. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, man, that's all I got for y'all tonight, man. If you enjoyed the content, man, I would really appreciate you guys subscribing to the channel at The Wizards Review on YouTube. You can follow us on Twitter as well, at Wizards Review. You can follow me, King Ade DMV, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on NBA 2K23 on the Xbox Series X and S. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, we got the makeup game with Detroit on Tuesday night. That's a game we have to win. We cannot lose to Detroit. You know what I'm saying? We cannot lose to Detroit. We need wins, especially at this time of the season. You know what I'm saying? So until Tuesday, man, I'm looking forward to that game, and hopefully we can get the win. You know what I mean? So anyway, man, have a good evening. Don't let this loss dampen your night too much. You know what I'm saying? Let's try to shake it off and start the week strong tomorrow. You know what I mean? All right, man. Until next time, take care. Peace.